What is going on? I am Zedmont, also known as Anon Moose, also more recently not, but known as T-Moz. Now, this account has a couple days of instant training left, 4 days, 19 hours to be exact, and you'll notice that there are 5 days, 9 hours left of the season. So I'm at level 1. This account has had a total of 0 events, 0 attacks. So I figured, you know what? I'm curious to see. I don't remember this part of the season at all. I also skipped over a bunch of it due to some extra upgrade tokens and things. I did not get the free chest at the beginning of this season on this account, I don't think, but there's no way for me to figure it out. So if you have some math mumbo jumbo, by all means, do let me know. But we're just going to try this. I don't know if anyone's playing at level 1 right now. I assume there's going to be someone, but I also don't know if I'm actually going to publish this video because this could just be an absolute and utter train wreck. We're going to find out here pretty darn quick. I'm just going to load all sorts of machine guns and put them in front of my base. I don't think this is the right way to do things, but you know what? Might as well give it a go. Let's have a look at the tech tree. It's crazy. I don't remember this tech tree at all. Now, as soon as I look in here, I see that we've got Bombardiers to start with, so let's get back and put this way over here, and then we'll load up something like this. Maybe like one cannon over here. Yeah, something like this. This is not a well thought out base, but bases don't really matter right now. We are, I gotta conserve keys. I gotta choose carefully. What are we gonna do? Like, I'm getting some novelty out of this for sure. It's definitely not something I would recommend anyone do, but I've parked my other 2 accounts, so I figured, you know what? Let's get into it. We're gonna upgrade our landing crafts. Definitely want to take lots of troops. We have instant training. No reason not to on that front. Now, I'm not going to hold out for the melons over here because chances of me getting way over there are pretty slim. So we're going to upgrade those. We're going to get a flare, probably need a flare. We're going to get some extra troop health, and hopefully this is enough. I mean, it's really strange starting from tier 1 on this season. So I'm just going to give it the old college try and see what happens. I don't know that a flare... Yeah, look at this. So our first base, of course, does not have anything at all. So where's the best place to hit this from? Looking at the lines, it looks like they're absolutely perfectly set up. So we're just going to drop all of our troops. I am going to throw 1 shock because I have no other reason to use GBE, I suppose. And I can practice that Lego 4x2 shock. Manage to hit it. And now let's get a flare onto that engine room and hope... Wonder if actually flaring that engine room was a right idea. Might have wanted to let them just blast away, because as you saw there, we had at least 2 bombs land on nothing. So step 1 against Squiggles, pulling out the victory. Look how far and look how many Bombardiers they lost. They're down to 4. Okay, they only started with 4 boats, so fair enough. But first victory. I am undefeated on season 15 of warships on this account, which is way better than my other 2 accounts were to start for certain. So pretty awesome, and I'm just going to keep chugging along here. Now, I probably should do like a time lapse or something like that, but for right now, this is just getting intel from my task force. It's providing me with something to do while my account is parked. And now I think that we can just like drop all of our stuff and walk through all of these. Now, obviously, we are up against level 1 opponents, which means they're probably not going to be super duper good. Obviously, I'm a level 1 opponent, but I doubt that there's other people out there doing what I'm doing. That's kind of part of the reason why I started doing it. If you're out there and you've done this before, do let me know if you have any tips or ideas or anything at all. These people with their center placed engine rooms, Wilbur, you're just going to get slaughtered. I'm trying to go for like a Charlotte's Web sort of joke there, if that made any sense. I didn't hit the mark terribly well. Anytime you have to explain a joke, you know it was a good one. So down goes Wilbur. Was not saved by the spider or the rat this time around. Man, little story there. that no one's going to care about. The first book I ever read to my son when he was getting into like book reading, or he like started to understand books, was Charlotte's Web. I do not recommend anyone starts out reading Charlotte's Web to their kids, because of course the premise is all about the pig trying to avoid getting slaughtered. So that was a mistake on my part. Nonetheless, all of our troops, I mean, we're just going to win all of these. I guess the first lesson of warships we all learned was don't place your engine rooms right dead center. As you saw, I spread mine out. I was going to keep them nice and compressed, assuming that the machine guns were going to protect them. But obviously, Bombardiers, nothing's going to stop Bombardiers from coming in at this level anyways, which was kind of neat. I'm going to actually use this as my like season review. It's really interesting to look back on it and to actually play this way. So this season, starting with Bombardiers, was really neat because there's basically no defenses that will kill Bombardiers. I mean, occasionally a sniper tower will pick one off, or because that ramp is actually steep, you can get machine guns and cannons and stuff picking them off. But in the early part of this season, it was fantastic for everyone who doesn't have instant training, because there's nothing that can pick this stuff off. And I know a lot of people, or some people anyways, were saying it's a base race, but you know what? This is the perfect kind of base race because you don't have to lose any troops. So Supercell makes money off instant training, obviously, duh, and no need for instant training at the early stages of this season. So I'm going to give them a big thumbs up for that. Obviously, I pay for instant training, but I was a free-to-play player for like 3-4 years before instant training came out, so definitely don't require. Dropped too many troops on that left-hand side, trying to be a quick dropper, and I ended up dropping 3 and 5. Definitely meant to go 4 and 4, but hopefully that one shock we used will get. Look at that one Bombardier has such low health, and you'll notice we're winning without spending any upgrade tokens. So you definitely can spend tokens on these Bombardiers. On my other account, I skipped it just because it wasn't really required. And now we're just going to go like this and shock these things. And we're going to lose just not doing good. This person had sniper towers and a few more defenses. Obviously, the more defenses you have between the troops. Oh, look at that. I thought we tied for some reason because my math is no good. So we went 3 and 1. First loss on the warships. But overall, I've been really happy about this season. There's a lot of good things about it. Now, obviously, the more seasons that we have of warships, 1, 2, 3, we're going to go 5 on this side on purpose because there's a few more defenses on this right-hand side. The more seasons we have of warships, the more creative the developers need to get. So how that's going to play out, I really don't know. I don't know if that's something that there's enough new troops they can come up with, or if there's enough anything really to keep warships going. It feels like it's going to be fairly difficult for them to keep the train moving forward. If you guys think, let me know what you think about warships. Obviously that is more of a speech about every season of warships as opposed to this season. This season though, I gotta say I liked it. If you're going to have a base race, look at that, a tie. If you're going to have a base race, which, to me, the definition of warships is a base race. Actually, you know what? Let's cancel. Let's spend some of these tokens. Let's not be a dum-dum. What can we buy? Troop health. We don't need troop health right now because our troops aren't dying. Mines. You know what? I'm going to go for some mines, I think, simply because that'll help us take out some Bombardiers. Mines against Bombardiers, obviously going to be helpful, and we haven't seen anyone with mines yet, so I'm going to be that guy who just absolutely loads up his base with mines, make you go even slower, and we're just going to do like a crosshatch kind of a pattern. I don't know if that's the right way to describe this or not, but it sounded good in my head. So this is a crosshatch. And if it's not a crosshatch, I have no doubt in my mind that someone on the YouTubes will let me know. So to you, person who knows what a crosshatch is, thank you very much. And if you don't know what a crosshatch is, then just agree with me and we'll just pretend we both know what it is. And between the two of us, we've got almost a quorum to convince the rest of the world that this is a cross. I don't know why I've said crosshatch so many times in the last few minutes, but maybe it's because I'm mindlessly putting out mines in this ridiculous pattern that kind of protects this engine room on the right-hand side. So I know this season review is going to come out a little bit early, but you know what? Look at that. Thank you. This is like a free gift, and we're not going to look the gift horse in the mouth because that would be crazy. I mean, when was the last time you looked a horse in the mouth? So we're going to take this base down very, very quickly and then have to watch someone struggle on our base, assuming they actually attack us. 347, oddly enough, is not my fastest time. If you check on the Twitters, you'll see, I think it was 355 was my fastest time. Just 5 engine rooms or even 6 engine rooms up against 2. I'm very curious to see how Squiggles does against these mines, because there's a lot of mines there. They actually upgraded their flare. You can tell by how long that flare is lasting. Wow, they've actually upgraded troop health and bombardiers by the looks of things, because that mine did not even budge their health. I mean, obviously it did a little bit, but not as much as I would have thought. I didn't even take out one bombardier, I don't think, but more importantly, we got the victory. Throw a W up there on the board. This, I gotta say, if you've never done this before, if you have an alternate account, do consider throwing this out there, because this is kind of neat, kind of fun, and I'm amazed how fast we're getting a match. I just assumed there'd be no one playing at this level at the moment, and we're getting matches like instantly. So very, very interesting. Kind of neat. Let me know in the comments what you think, if you think this is dumb, if you think this is something you might enjoy. Otherwise, if you have any thoughts about Warships Season 15, would love to hear those as well. Obviously, some of you out there are still playing. That's a bit of a beef of mine with every single season of Warships. I don't like that it takes your end of season rank. I wish it took your highest possible rank, because the idea of parking just doesn't work in my brain. The fact that people are parking, you just shocked minds. That's not a great idea, friend. But clearly I need to move a few more mines up the top, it looks like, because we could have taken this person out completely. So let's put a mine about there. Let's put a mine about there. We're going to improve our crosshatch, simply because I have to say crosshatch at least one more time. And so I'm going to keep going until I get all of these chests here, because every single one of those chests is a little bit of intel, and I'm not going to do that on a video. I'm almost tempted to do a live stream of this, though, simply because this is interesting, and anytime I find something interesting in Boom Beach, I try and share it with all of you, simply because interesting is good. And I think most times when I find something interesting, you guys all find it interesting as well, or at least a percentage or a portion of you do. So we're going to walk past this. See how they didn't make a crosshatch? Wow. I've done that a couple times where I zoom in and my screen just absolutely freaks out, and it makes me feel like I need to close my eyes. So sorry if that happens to you guys, and that is not pleasant at all. Don't know what it is. Besokus going down. Both Besokus Squiggles. Walking, I didn't quite get all of the bombardiers. One of these attacks, my mines, my crosshatch is going to get all of their bombardiers. Clearly, everyone's going off to this left side, so we're going to spread our mines out just a little bit, because I guess that way, even if they come through these two mines, they got to come back through all this stuff. So keeping our crosshatch alive. Gonna try maybe 2 more attacks, see if we can't take out every single bombardier someone throws our way. Starting to get a little bit slower to find an opponent. That is interesting. I wonder if people are actually stuck at tier 1. That would be incredibly, incredibly sad. So we'll do a couple more attacks. Just going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3, and then like this. And we'll shock on this side. Why I shocked on the left-hand side is there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 defenses. On the right, there are only 6, it looks like. Nope, there are 7 as well. So my math did not add up whatsoever. There were a couple more sniper towers on that left-hand side, though. So we'll see. It's going to be a race to the finish. Looks like perhaps the right-hand side is going to lose. So no flares and all of our troops pumping away at those engine rooms. Can we win? I gotta say, my base building skills going backwards are fantastic. GN Fran had no chance. Come on. This is the... Oh, You ruined it. I was going to say this is the money shot, and then they ran away and ruined all of our fun. So does that count? I mean, we would have gotten all of their Bombardiers, but they went and ran away up to tier 3 just like that, flying through the ranks. I need to try a couple more attacks just to see if we can ruin someone's day by getting rid of every single one of their troops, because clearly I said you don't need instant training for the low level tiers, and then I came back with a whole bunch of mines. As our battery's about to die, I feel like my battery is dying incredibly quickly of late, so probably time for a new phone. I have put an order in on a new phone. I'm incredibly excited. We're going to avoid all those outside mines and hopefully take down this base without losing all of our Bombardiers, because we have been talking about ruining someone else by taking out all of their Bombardiers, and if we lost all of ours, it would be a terrible, terrible dose of irony or some other word you learn in English 10 class. So down goes Mr. Village, I believe. Let's see here. Come on. Come on. Could this be the attack? Nope, the crosshatch failed us. So close. Clearly that mine right there needs to be moved back a little bit more. Let's move it back into about here. It's so close, though. I mean, it's just incredibly close. We've got 2 more to get the next chest. Our win streak is flying on forwards. My kids just got home from school. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and hopefully this is the magic right here, because if we can take out all of someone's Bombardiers and have someone leave an engine room up without retreating, it'll make my day. I don't know if that's me being mean or just me setting goals and trying to accomplish something. I really don't know, but hopefully it's going to happen, because spending our loot on mines, I think, is the only right answer at this point. And we are going to take out, let's see what their name is, 331. It's a fairly decent time. Rayad, come on. Oh, they're actually using a flare. Look at that. That flare needs to expire, though. People keep shocking mines. What is the deal with that? Come on. It's not going to happen, though. Ah, so close yet again. Just like, we keep getting them down to like that tiny little sliver of health, and then they come in and finally get all of the engine rooms. So last chance coming up right here. Do consider subscribing for more warships, more non-warships, more operation attacks, all sorts of goodness. We are going to upgrade our machine guns. At this point, I don't even know what we're going to upgrade. We need to upgrade something to get our tech level up. Let's upgrade our Bombardiers. Are getting closer to the right number. Still not getting any defenses down. Don't really see the point. Maybe we'll upgrade some cheap stuff just to get some tech levels. Getting very, very close. Look at that. We need one more upgrade. Is that going to be the one? That'll only give us... Where's the tech level? I feel like it's supposed to tell us how much tech level, and I don't see it anywhere on it. Right there. 5 plus 5. Sorry. Brain not working. So there's no point getting sniper towers at this point. Last battle. Here's our last chance to get all of the things. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're just going to hang out for a minute and watch our troops clear all of their stuff. This person put all of their eggs into the sniper tower and mortar basket, and we are going to walk through them without a heck of a lot of difficulty, and they are going to have to deal with all of our mines. So mines, maybe the MVP of the early season. Barrage was definitely the... whatever the opposite of MVP is, I don't even know what that would be. Like the worst player ever. Like the kid who gets they're like the player who gets like the most improved trophy, because you got to give them like a participation ribbon or something. So there goes the right. Oh, they actually beat us, I think. I'm impressed. I wonder what troops they upgraded to get that. Because Bertum, Birdham knocked us down a peg. Let's have a look at their replay, and that's going to be the end of things. Oh, look at that. They got Grenadiers. That's why. Look at all the health on those Grenadiers. They actually cleared the mines with their troops and managed to get that down. So Grenadiers, a huge mistake in the early season of Warships for everyone except for Birdham coming in hot. Now, I shouldn't say a huge mistake. Obviously, they take some extra keys to get over there and some extra unlock tokens, but if you don't have instant training, it's an extra troop, and the more troops you have, the more you can keep playing without having to worry all that much. So anyways, that is going to be either my season 15 review or perhaps a new series that I'm going to start doing once I park my accounts. So give me some feedback, hit me up in the comments. The number of comments and the number of likes has gone way through the floor, and as a result, my ratio of likes to dislikes has gone into the toilet. So really could use some love from you guys and gals. Hit me up in the comments, and if you don't want to do that, consider throwing a like or subscribing or sharing or something. But the like to dislike ratio has not been good lately, so maybe that's an indication of something. I need to take a hard, long look in the mirror. Anyways, that's all for me. As always, I'm Zedmont. Thanks for coming in. Peace.